What's up, a Cinema Shogun here, and do any of you all ever wake up feeling like you're in a completely different world? Almost as if our world turned into one big running joke, like a meme or something. Almost as if our reality has somewhat shifted. Almost as if the very fabrics of our dimension have torn. The institutions that we used to hold to such high esteem have crumbled right before our eyes. The veil has been lifted, and the basic laws and rules of the universe that we used to abide by and hold on to so sacredly have not only been broken, they have been obliterated out of existence. You know, I don't view the world now the same way that I viewed the world 5 or 6 years ago. And not because of age and wisdom, but because our world now is a completely different world than it was 5 or 6 years ago. Don't get me wrong, I've aged, I've grown wiser, and I know that changes your outlook on the world. And my outlook on the world has naturally changed over time. But as my outlook has changed, so has the world. But it's changed drastically. You know, not like at a turtle's pace. It almost seems unnatural how crazy our world has gotten. And it's like everything is just a joke. You hardly even question anything anymore because it's hard to really shake or rattle someone because we've grown so desensitized to how crazy things are. It's like I can't even find the words to explain it, but I hope some of you all know what I'm talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then maybe this news story will help you understand how I'm feeling. Because it turns out, well, as you all know, 2024 is coming up. 2024 is going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be crazy. And I don't mean necessarily bloodbath in the way you might be thinking. We have a big election coming up in 2024. Regardless of who wins, regardless of who becomes the next president, we're in for some very interesting times, and people are going to be upset. We are going to see riots in the street. We are going to see craziness. Who knows? Maybe, finally, the next civil war will break out because everyone seems to think that another civil war is on the horizon in America. Now, personally, I think us Americans have a lot more in common than we think. Although the most radical of us definitely stick out online. Therefore, people are fighting this fight online that doesn't necessarily translate to the streets. But anyways, we're all wondering, is Joe Biden going to run for president again? We know Trump is running. We know that Trump has a lot of passionate people who follow him. And Trump has a lot of passionate people who absolutely hate him. So that in itself is going to be crazy. But now we have a new presidential candidate, ladies and gentlemen. At the height of the beer bug, you might remember a little show called Tiger King. It was crazy because I don't know about where you live, but here in America, Tiger King took the world by storm. It was a shared experience for almost all Americans. We were locked in our homes. Our businesses were shut down. A lot of us had to work remotely. And we all bonded over one thing, and that was Tiger King on Netflix. And now, Joe Exotic has announced a new presidential bid. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. the Tiger King himself, Joe Exotic, is running for president in 2024. And before you write him off, understand that crazier things have happened. What I find funny about this story is there are people who hate Trump so much that they would gladly vote for Joe Exotic over President Trump. No questions asked. They hate Trump so much they would happily vote for Joe Exotic before they vote for Trump. Now, on the other hand, our country has been in such a disarray over the last couple of years, and there are people out there who despise President Biden so much that they would happily vote for Joe Exotic before they would vote for Joe Biden. Really think about this. It's really funny when you think about it. And it doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat or you like Joe or you like Donald. It doesn't matter. Really think about it. Like, in all honesty, if you're a Trump supporter and it came down to Joe Biden for another 4 years or whatever the heck may happen under Joe Exotic, you'll probably take Joe Exotic. And I wouldn't say a Biden supporter because I don't think people really voted for Biden. I think people voted against Trump. Is anyone really out here passionately a Biden fan? I mean, no one even shows up to his speeches. But on the other side of the coin, people are so passionate about hating Trump that if it came down to Trump or Joe Exotic, they would happily vote for Joe Exotic. But he announced this presidential campaign from jail, and some of you all may be thinking, how can he even do this? This is a big publicity stunt. And I'm not saying that this isn't a publicity stunt, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, you can run for president from jail, which is what Joe Exotic is doing. But if this really catches you by surprise, you might have forgotten that Joe Exotic actually ran for president back in 2016 versus Hillary and Donald Trump. This is Joe Exotic's second presidential bid. This is his second run for president. But before I bust out laughing, I want to read you all the statement that he released. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Thank you for your interest in my campaign. Yes, I know I am in federal prison, and you might think this is a joke, but it's not. It is my constitutional right to do this, even from here. I have been put here only because of the corruption in the Department of Justice. 3 felons that were told how to lie under oath to further this agenda, 2 corrupt assistant U.S. attorneys, 2 corrupt FBI agents, and 1 corrupt federal wildlife agent. As seen by the evidence at www.joeexoticusa.com/evidence, you can see that they have admitted to perjury and that they even had a plot to kill me before they set me up. I hope that you would take the time to educate yourself before judging me any further than most of you already have, because during this campaign and my life, I have not and will not judge you. This is why I am doing this, to finally give you a voice and your freedom back without the fear of living in a country that thinks they own you and can tell you how to live your life. The only thing I did was put 5 very old, crippled tigers to sleep in the most humane way possible, and it was approved by my USDA inspector. So it's time to get over it. PETA kills thousands of animals a year. Carol, that damn Carol, Carol has killed over 26 big cats. And most of you eat some kind of animal every day. So it's time to move past this issue. I am here because I have a world platform to make these politicians listen to your and my concerns and give us some answers for once, because all they do is lie to all of us. Take our hard-earned money, calling it taxes. They took our jobs, and they give it away to foreign countries without them giving any of us back, or any of it back. There is a video here that pretty much speaks for itself, and it's all about my life and who I am. There is nothing I am ashamed of that I have done in my life, and I am damn sure sorry. There is nothing I am ashamed of that I have done in my life. And I am damn sure I will do things in the future that some of you might not like. But you need to remember one very, very important thing. I don't give a damn what color you are, where you came from, who you sleep with. If you have done drugs in your past, or if you have made a mistake and ended up in jail or put there because of someone lying about you like that damn Carol Baskin. It is time we all put the past in the past and to move this campaign forward and scare the hell out of all of these people, because you and I want some answers. And on this website, you will see some of the issues I want addressed. Some of the changes I would like to see. And I warn you to submit some of the issues you have so I can make them answer your questions. Every one of you will be answered and listened to because, oh man, because this country is you, not them. We have let them run. We have let them run it for far too long. And look at where we are. This country would not even be as advanced as it is today if it was not for private, hard-working people and people with genius minds like Elon Musk and the ones that invented the internet, cell phones, and so on. This wasn't done by your senators or your congressmen and women. All they have done is pass laws to take your rights and your money away and trust you and treat you like you're something beneath them, while they live high on the hog, ripping everything off and never paying the price for it. So put aside that I am gay, that I am in prison for now. Put aside that I am in prison for now. Put aside that I used drugs in the past. Put aside that I had more than one boyfriend at once and that Carol hates my guts. Oh, man. He had to bring up that damn Carol Baskin. Oh, man, this is classic. This is awesome. He might have just earned my vote. Put aside that Carol hates my guts. This all has not a thing to do with me being able to be your voice. The best thing you have going for supporting me is that I am used to fighting my whole life just to get by. I am broke. I will never financially recover from this. I am broke. They have taken everything I have worked for away, And it's time that we take this country back. And yes, I have people in mind that can help me run this country a hell of a lot better than they are now. So let's cross that bridge when we get to it. Joe Exotic 2024. I mean, as bad as things have been over the last couple of years, maybe Joe Exotic can run this country better than what they are running it. I don't know. At this point, do we really have a valid argument against Joe Exotic? I would like to hear a valid argument against Joe Exotic down in the comments below. But he's dead serious about this. He has the website set up. He's constantly tweeting out, like campaigning, like right here. It's time the little poor, broke ass little people of this country have a voice. Let's do this. Or you will never keep drugs out of America when you can't keep them out of a fenced prison. All right, I mean, hey, he's making some sense, right? But I'm sorry, I had a hard time reading that and getting through that, but this is what I'm talking about. Everything in this world has turned into a complete joke. Nothing is taken serious anymore. And as someone with a what I would like to think a good sense of humor, this stuff is hilarious to me. Don't get me wrong, it's entertaining. But how did we get here? How have we gotten to this point that Joe Exotic is running for president? You know, it seems so utterly bizarre, but every day I wake up in a clown world. Have any of you all ever watched The Matrix? You know how they offered Neo the blue or the red pill? How many of you all know what it means to be red pilled? How many of you all know what a black pill is or a white pill is? I feel like a lot of people in today's world have been black pilled. They're very pessimistic about the future. They feel as if we are up against insurmountable odds when it comes to the government and when it comes to changes in our society. A lot of people are black-pilled. Now, the white pill is a more optimistic viewpoint of life. You feel like there's still hope. And a lot of people think that I'm black-pilled. But in reality, I'm not. In reality, I try to hand out white pills whenever I can. Because I want people to be optimistic about the future, no matter how dark it may look right now. But deep down, I am clown-pilled. I am clown-pilled. I think that the majority of everything going on around us is a complete joke. Instead of looking at the world from a pessimistic standpoint, and instead of looking at the world through a more optimistic lens, I'm looking at the world for what I think it is, a complete clown show. We are living in clown world. I am clown pilled. So instead of looking at the world pessimistically or optimistically, I'm looking at the world as one complete joke. I am laughing at everything. I'm not looking at things and going, oh man, oh, bad times ahead. And I'm not looking at things like, oh, we have a bright future ahead. No, I'm looking at things for what they are, which is a complete joke. And I am laughing at it 24/7. I've gotten to this point in life where I don't take many things seriously anymore. What's the point? The most serious of the serious stuff that we had in our society have turned into a complete joke. So why not laugh at it? Why spend time fretting over the future, worried about the future, when you can just laugh? Why be optimistic about something that is a complete joke? These jokes can't last forever. Our world, our reality is going to crumble and turn in on itself and implode if things keep going this way. But what can we do? All I can do is sit back and laugh as all of this crazy stuff goes on around us, because everything has turned into a complete joke, in my opinion. But as far as this Joe Exotic stuff goes, I wish I could say this is a surprise, right? Like you all should be surprised right now. But most of you aren't. Most of you all are completely unfazed by this, which I understand why you have that reaction, because I do too. But we shouldn't be this way. Things like this should blow our mind. But now it's just, oh, another Thursday. Another Thursday. You know, some gay cat wrangler that's in federal prison is running for U.S. president. And it's just another Thursday in America. And he literally, like, that damn Carol Baskin. He, in his presidential run, like the speech that he gives to announce his campaign, he's literally crapping on Carol Baskin still. It's so hilarious. It's so funny. But it's real. It's real. And he actually has the right to run for president. And just when you think the world has gotten as crazy as it's going to get, don't count Joe out. I think we all need to vote for Joe Exotic. Let's vote for Joe Exotic. Let's go ahead and crumble the foundations of our society. Let's pull... I can't even do this seriously, but what if we as the common people all came together? Because let's be honest, we're all sick of these politicians. It doesn't matter where you fall politically, we're all kind of sick of these people. Let's turn the establishment on its head. Let's vote for Joe Exotic so we can have this dude running our country. Who cares at this point, right? Who cares? Let's do it. Oh, but anyways, this was definitely one of those crazy stories, but I felt like we needed a palate cleanser on this channel. We've been talking about a lot of serious stuff and a lot of dire situations, so this one is definitely one that makes me laugh, but I think it's a perfect example of what to expect going forward. We're going to reach a point in America where politicians aren't necessarily going to be who's running for president. We're going to have Twitch streamers, and whoever has the most social media clout, that's who's going to be running this country moving forward. Given the next couple of elections, we're never going to have the modern day politician the way you view it in the White House anymore. I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong, but we will see. Let me know your thoughts about this, though, down in the comments below. Are you voting for Joe Exotic? Let me know down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.